Lights, outlets, appliances, oh my. Today, we take an in-depth tour as we attempt to fully map out where all of the most important things will go. So long as we have some ceiling plugs, or how does this work? Welcome back to our channel. If you're new around here, we're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married and after 8 years of van life, found our dream property and moved across the globe to Portugal, where we're now documenting the journey of transforming this historic watermill into our very first home, not on wheels. Now, let's take in a deep breath and let it out. Let the adventure begin.
Loosen up on your straps, and this is going to be another one of those messy, not so restorative for the where you go. We're going to take just like 2 more minutes with acceleration, turning things upside down. Playful is so key to avoid burnout. In the spirit of not bored, but restored. Meet us here, shifting your hips to the right, letting your knees spill to the left.
Look what I got.
Mushrooms!
Andy brought us a ginormous box full of hedgehog mushrooms.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're stunning. Like,
Wow.
yeah. I think they get their name from the bottom side because the hedgehog like fur spikes. He told me the best way to cook these up is to put them in a pan, saute them up, and add some cream sauce to them. She said like this whole box will just like shrink way down and be perfect for 2 people.
That's so kind of him. He handpicked those too.
Yeah, he did. I mean, look,
Andy.
it's a double. They morph together.
Oh, it's Siamese twins. Those are good luck. There's Minu.
Minu.
Hey, little girl. She coming to say hi?
It's coming for you.
Oh, she's coming for you guys. Come on. Oh, so sweet. You're so sweet. We put diatomaceous earth all around, and we even mix them in with their dry food. It really helps cut down on fleas for anyone who's, having any flea problems, whether you have dogs or cats. Really helps. It's also been working wonders as a natural dewormer. That, along with pumpkin seed oil. If you have any other suggestions, let us know. We are all ears.
The weather has really taken a turn and it has gotten way chilly out. So we've been running our heater a lot back here. It's really nice to have a heat source in the van. It really cuts the cold in the mornings. We get all snugly under our blankets at night, but this has been making it possible combined with the hot water heater for our shower. And babe, you ready? Let's go take a look at the mill and make some decisions.
Just getting some plums for our friends and some actually really interesting paperwork that you'll probably be really interested to see. This paper here will help you guys visualize everything that we're trying to figure out the electrical mapping for.
Isn't this cool? The blueprint of the mill.
This is the turret, the 2 bedrooms in the upper section, the theater room, and the old original watermill section here. We have the kitchen, the other guest bathroom.
The lower bathroom.
Yeah.
In the turret, we're actually gonna put an upper bathroom.
Our electrician guesstimated 52 single outlets inside, 8 outside, and 15 lights inside and 15 lights outside. But he specifically asked for our input, which is what we're going to attempt to do here. So basically, we have to put together an entire outline to help our electrician, who has requested this of us, so that he knows how much power and where to put the plugs and switches and all of that for us, right?
We actually did this when we were building our camper van years ago, our Sprinter van. So we took sticky notes and stuck them wherever we thought there'd be a light switch, a dimmer, an outlet plug, and that's kind of what we're going to do in the house today. We don't have sticky notes, but we're going to walk through and try to visualize it.
We're going to be making our notes on here, and I'm very glad that you're on my team because I can sense that he has a lot more confidence in this area. Although I guess I know what kind of appliances we want. We're going to want a washing machine. We know we're going to want to be able to plug in things. But Drew's dad was an electrician back in the day for GM.
So we've had some guidance on how this process goes, what it's like. If we can do it in a camper van on a small scale, why can't we do it in a house?
We got this.
We got it.
Dream team.
Let's do this. Hi.
We haven't seen you yet today. Good boy. He sounds just like the lawn mowing machine. You're purring so loud. Oh, he's all done.
It's time. His appointment's over.
He's going to the party now. Hi. Hi. This is Andy's dog. For those of you who haven't met Flashy yet, Flashy Flash.
He's very kind. A very nice little doggy.
I can see our guys are back here moving the tiles.
You guys aren't supposed to be working on the roof.
Yeah, we try to have some, you know, not always doing the same stuff.
Mixing it up a little bit.
I brought some plums, little plums in the pocket.
Nice. Obrigado.
Obrigado for the mushroom.
De nada.
It's really pretty. I thought you'd find these images interesting. So this is as if you're standing at the riverfront. We are over here. This is the turret, and this is the old mill section. It shows the stairs that we walked down, where we plan to have a fireplace. Over here is the same view, but it shows it with like the stone wall face. And this is the side view. So before we were looking at the home from this angle, and now this is the side view to see how it's built into the side of the hill. This is where we have that drainage system that Nelson helped us dig.
You guys gonna mix some cement now? Yes. It's time to, it's that time.
That's our favorite thing to do.
Oh, let's make some cement. We're gonna plug in our power bank and run the cement mixer right now. Let's do this.
Perfect that our generator is 100% charged, because now that means that our guys can use a cement mixer and we can still film the electrical mapping inside of the mill and have pretty much silence. Yeah, except for the cement mixer.
Plus it makes us feel good that we're using renewable energy.
That's right, yes, and not creating any sort of like gas in the air, no emissions. It is the best. Yeah, the sound is also very clutch. And the cord is going to be traveling a long ways. One more extension cord.
Here we go. Ah, what's going on?
Oh no!
AC on. I love the touchscreen display. That cement mixer is using 448 watts right now.
Little tangled up mess, but it doesn't seem to be hurting anyone.
No, we still got power flowing through.
And you don't hear anything. I hear like the soft hum of the cement mixer. Like rock soup.
Should we throw some mushrooms in there? A couple of hedgehogs. You see the mushrooms that were sitting down there on the block?
No.
Did you pick those mushrooms on the block? Yeah. Over here? Yeah. Are those edible?
Well, we thought it's Caesars, but it's not.
Not so much.
Show me.
All right, let's go.
Show me. Oh, look at how cute they are. Fortunately, we don't know if these are poisonous or not yet. Last night, I was reading in my book, I'm reading A Year in Provence, and apparently the pharmacies in France allow you to bring in your mushrooms and they will test them and tell you whether they're poisonous or not.
That's amazing.
I know. And like instead of having ads for sunscreen and stuff, they have like boards that explain mushrooms and which ones are edible, which ones are poisonous. So, I mean, maybe Portugal will have little mushroom education centers in their pharmacies one day, because a lot of mushrooms grow out here and a lot of us would like to know whether we can eat them or not. Do you guys see that? That is some sort of like fungus. I don't know. According to Google, it looks like this has to be the Clathrus rubber, also known as devil's egg for its foul stench, which we luckily didn't smell, but it's apparently edible when it's in egg stage, but I'm not sure we'll be experimenting with this one. It looks like the spray foam, but it's not. It has roots.
It looks like the innards of a Nerf football.
You never know which one might be your last one. That would be sad.
Can you believe we live in a place where there's wild mushrooms abundantly?
The magic mill.
The magic mill.
Okay, now we'll finally be going in there to do what we've been supposed to do all day long. Except I left all of my papers over by the containers.
Go, go, go. Babe, where are you?
hiding behind our PV 350 solar panels by Bluetti. They are making our lives here in the mountains, living off grid, so possible and so comfortable because of being able to harness the power of the sun. We are able to charge not only our computers, our phones.
Got our inverter from our US computer plug to European, and there we go.
But we can power things like the cement mixer so that Andy and Terry have a way to help us build.
That is a full load.
And power my 900-watt blender, which we know I use on the reg. We have that one and we have this one, so together combined 700 watts of power.
I mean, the sun is getting pretty low back behind this hill, so luckily we got them out early in the day and they charged everything up. Today's been one of those days where it's on and off, partly cloudy. The solar panel's been getting a good dose of sun, and when you come down here and look, you can see it's at 98% right now. Yeah, when I just looked a second ago, this was at 600 the input, so it was getting 330 watts per panel. Now it's dropped down to about 80, 90. It's still just got a little bit more to go and it'll be fully charged up.
Down in our valley, we don't get sun all day long, especially not in the winter. And so that is why having a solar and electrical hybrid system is extremely important, because we can't rely solely on solar, but having solar powered portable generators has completely revolutionized what we are able to do up here in the mountains at this point. Oh, and we still have a lot of things that need to happen inside of the container. We really haven't worked on it since completing, kind of the last container episode.
We still gotta cover up these doors here. We gotta get some shelves.
The Bluetti AC300, which has 6 sockets, a DC output, and USB, USB-C, basically any kind of plug outlet that you would need. And down here is the battery, the B300, and you can connect multiple batteries up to the inverter
through these kinds of cables right here,
making it an amazing backup power source for your home, for people who have breathing devices, or if you're just concerned about having some sort of a natural disaster. It also has 3,500 life cycles and a 4-year warranty, plus using our code ADVENTURE, you can get $100 off of your Bluetti portable generator. And these are literally, we've tried a lot of generators out there, and this silent, beautiful quality, amazing, I'd have to say.
I love having this much power in our workshop.
Power! Power to the people! Well, we love all the ideas you guys leave in the comments about using a windmill and maybe even a water turbine to supplement our solar. Because the stream we live on is part of an ecological preserve and seen as truly precious water here in southern Portugal, we cannot build anything in it, especially if we hope to do everything in a way that ensures we get our habitation license. And as for a windmill, perhaps in the future, but the wind really only blows here in the summer. And that's when we have plenty of sunshine. So it might just be fun as an experiment of sorts when we have extra time. But for now, first things first. We know we'll do a solar-powered water heater, and we know we need to connect to the mains, which I think is a slight relief to Drew, who has been monitoring how much solar we do or don't have for the past 8 years. It might clear some space in his brain. The front door. We need a motion detector light or something for when we arrive home. Do they put a switch here, or does it come with a switch? Is it just a motion detector light?
I mean, this whole area up here would just be nice if it even had some lighting feature that just illuminated the mill. Or what about on the turret, some big bright light that illuminates this whole turret?
Yeah, I'm just gonna mark some X's.
We got a pencil, so we can always change our minds in a race.
We want a light to light up the turret, probably in 2 spots.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Do you think we'll always come into the mill through this door, or sometimes the lower door too?
Definitely the lower door too.
So probably some type of lighting out there. We need another X.
Another X.
What about a light where the mill wheel is, the grinding wheel?
Ooh, yeah, a light near the millstone.
What if we got neon lights and made a circular tubular light?
Flashing lights.
We're at the Roxbury. All right, we gotta get serious. Let's get focused. Anyone home?
We need a light in here.
In the foyer.
X. Let's go up next. Watch.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff sitting around.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the doors have kind of swollen.
Whoa.
Imagine we came all the way up here though. We never pushed a switch or something to illuminate the upper bedroom area.
Ooh, we need stair light, a switch at the top and the bottom of the stairs.
Exactly. So that way, when you want the lights off and you're up here,
Yep.
you don't have to go down the stairs.
Exactly. So a switch, I'm gonna mark, oh, this is getting complicated. We're gonna do X's are where we know we want light, and circles are where we know we want switches. And we might be missing some circles where we want lights, but we can fill in the blanks. We'll figure this out.
What about triangles for outlets?
Okay.
Let's put some stars and some semicircles.
We're gonna hand this to Vlad and it's gonna be covered in hearts and stars. Then we're gonna need a switch for this open bedroom area.
But I do think at the top of the stairs, over in this spot, that's where the controls should be.
And then in the other bedroom, something else we're gonna want are ceiling fans up here and probably in the middle of the ceiling area. One in the
The
theater.
theater room, yeah, for sure.
How do we think of all this right now? So long as we have some ceiling plugs, or how does this work?
You basically have to run the wire to the section where we anticipate the light to be. And then after that, it's up to us to figure out the light.
Okay. In the lower section of the old mill, we could put a beautiful chandelier or light thing.
That would be cool.
Because a fan, if we put that down there and it's kind of low for most people, it might whack someone in the head. Gotta think about those things too. I'll put an asterisk for fans.
So because we're in the upper section of the house, any heat that we generate from a fireplace, from the kitchen down in the lower section of the house, most likely will rise up to this area. It's really important we have those fans to be able to circulate it and move the air around, especially like Brittany mentioned, with those heated floors. Wah, wah, wah. Our camera light died.
We have this one, but that's so much more convenient.
You hold the power.
I have the only power, although you can go charge that.
All right.
In the meantime, I can take you guys with me into our bedroom. I'm thinking we'll probably put the bed maybe over there.
See the little red light on there? She's charging. Only takes 5 watts of power.
So we said here, probably here. Probably not a bad idea to have another one there. I almost feel like every wall needs them, no? Drew can erase some. And next is the bathroom inside of the turret. Ooh, let there be light. Terry's teaching Drew something about the mushrooms.
Man, I really can't wait till we have electricity and actual lights in here.
Here. Ooh, look at how grand and serious the shadow makes it all look. I'm just going with the left side because they show the door opening that way here. So left side switch.
We also got to think where the 2 sinks that we're going to install in this room, the shower and the toilet, are all going to be located.
We want the shower to have a window so that we can open it up and let out the humidity.
There's also going to be some spots cut up high. That way we have proper ventilation in this room.
And here, if we want like our tall standing shower, which we probably want to be pretty large, and the toilet can go here,
Right by the entrance over in this area.
but another mini wall so that like you don't see the toilet really, like it has its own little nook,
I agree.
kind of like sandwiched.
Yeah, that's a great idea. This really is the first time that we've ever come into the house and thought thoroughly about the situation. We've walked through with friends, but we've never, the 2 of us, came through thoroughly and really tried to put pen to paper and really thinking about what this will be like.
Or pencil to paper. But do we need a socket near the toilet? Is that a thing? We'll just put another socket next to the sink. And here, we already have it approved from our architect to have the window turned into a door because the ultimate plan is to have a jacuzzi somewhere in this back area. That means we'll need
Switches.
how blurry.
And look who came to visit us for their first tour inside the mill.
There you are.
I can't believe you just hopped out the window.
The kitty has left the building. That way.
My apple from earlier.
Oh, how convenient. Was it Andy? Was it Andy?
No, it was one of our other friends on the mountain. They'd actually said in Germany, when you don't have a contract, it's 55 cents. What's the word for cents in euros? Cents?
Centimos in Portuguese.
Portuguese. Basically, 0.55 euros is 1 kilowatt of energy versus if you have a contract that was a 2-year commitment, you could get as low as 0.33 per kilowatt. And here my understanding is it's like 0.27.
Wow. All right, so I'm holding the paper to match up with where we are in this room. So right in front of me on that wall, it's countertop, stove, oven, and then we have the sink underneath the window.
Exactly.
And then we're thinking of having like a small wall over here so we can have the refrigerator kind of tucked in. And so that when you walk in the front door, there's some place to hang your coats or keys. You know, little details, right? But sink, since we know that we'll be doing our dishes and things like that here, unless you want a dishwasher, that's a consideration. We've never owned a dishwasher ever. I mean, our parents do, but.
I definitely want some type of direct lighting over top right here.
Okay.
In this area, I think we got to have outlets, maybe even a garbage disposal.
Oh, good idea. So if we walk in this door, the kitchen is over here. That other little bathroom is here. We're gonna want to switch to turn on when we walk in.
Exactly.
The door opens this way, so we're gonna want to switch over here. And then say we come in the kitchen, we're gonna want to switch.
I also want to point out, I'd love like a big center island and run power to our island.
Measurements to be determined.
Yeah.
For sure, an outlet here. Probably another one here.
Yeah.
We're gonna need one for the fridge, which will probably go here. And we'll probably want one near the sink over here.
I think ultimately we need somebody's house to go over to and like think about it in actuality to some degree. Anybody got a house we can borrow? Come check out?
I know you mentioned having a light here, but I think the light should go there.
One thing we haven't talked about at all right now is we are going to be having plaster put on these walls, which means conduit is brought up from the floors. Typically in Portugal, unlike the US, they do all the wiring through the floors. They can actually do it through the walls, but nothing's getting dropped in from above. Everything's connected from the floors running up the walls to the switches, the outlets and such. So if we have a light up on top of the ceiling, we either have to think about the plaster that's going to be covering that exposed conduit. So that's a consideration too. I think we have to really think about where we want them.
Chandelier-y, pretty cool-y light thingy. Simpler drop-down light thingy. We should have one here because when we first walk in, we're going to want to switch to light up something. The chandelier, like we mentioned, we've added a socket, another socket to hopefully be in the floor. We have a switch to turn on a light from the stairs that descend into this lower area. And then the switch at the entrance of the old mill, both of them light up the same light. Coming and going here, it turns on the main light here.
Yeah, I really like that kind of feature.
Me too. So 1, 2, 3. This area has like a much lower ceiling and it has a lot of light coming in through these doors, but we'll need a switch. We should put a socket in this corner.
Yeah, I agree.
Here is where the millstone is. Maybe have another floor socket if we want to have a table lamp or something.
Yeah.
We're thinking of putting like a nice long table here and building a bench here underneath the window.
There will be the bathroom room space over on that side.
And what they call Quarto 1 here, the theater room. Once we have stairs here, I'd say a switch on the left. We'll have the fireplace here. Whoa. Then plugs.
It will be really nice to enter that room from the other side too. So we'd want that same type of switch from above the staircase. This door right here leads to that upper theater room. You can kind of see it, but right behind that pile of wood, that's where that door frame leads.
Switch. Another consideration is that we would like to put a loft bed in this room. So it would be excellent to have some sockets up where the
Mounted
bed
higher.
might be. Yeah. So if we one day build the loft to be at the height of this shelving unit, I would just say we'd have a plug a little bit higher. Whoever's up there can charge their phone. Maybe we have a little lamp. But you'd have to watch out for the fan. The stairs. And the final room. The other little bathroom. We will have a wall built up because this area is so high. There'll be a ceiling and we'll have a storage space for batteries, water
tank.
Yeah. But inside of this bathroom, it's going to be like a shower in that corner, a sink at the window. We love our window sinks. And then the throne will be kind of right around here.
Yep.
And it seems that most doors, at least here in Portugal, open this way. They open like that, so then you want the switch on the left. A lot of the homes that we've been in here, or like Airbnbs in the past, have the switch behind the door. You know, it's
Or
like they-
outside the door.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse than walking into a room you want to use and then having to
switch
go
is
back
in a
out.
different room. I know. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but having the switch behind the door is tricky. So, left side switch. Where am I? Switch right here. And then, I mean, this isn't drawn how we want it. We're going to want a light over here. We're going to want a socket. We'll probably want a light above the shower.
I agree.
Okay.
Along with some good ventilation too. How cool would it be able to light up the stream when you look out of that window back behind you?
So special and so beautiful. So yes, having some lights that shine down on to the stream, which would be right here somewhere, doing that.
Yeah. Even if they weren't on the house, but we just had leads going out there.
We've also fantasized about the idea of having a little wine cellar down here where the old mill wheel was, so maybe we want to plug in there.
Ooh, and just like that, there's power down here.
Oh, I love it. Wow.
Welcome to the cellar.
I couldn't think of a better place to sip on a little glass of something special. Discovery.
I think that's a form of mushroom.
Whoa.
What?
That's weird. Does anybody know what kind of mushroom that is and if it's edible? Because it's large.
No, it's kind of terrifying. It's like an ear.
Fascinating world of mushrooms.
Discoveries every day here at the Magic Mill.
One thing that we didn't think about yet is laundry. Because in Europe, most people have their washing machine in their kitchen, which is an option, but I sort of am still subscribing to the method of having a laundry room.
That is one thing that this mill, this house, is kind of lacking, is a laundry space, a utility room,
Yeah.
and closets.
Ooh, closets. I have to rethink where I'm putting some of these sockets. But laundry, where do we want to do that?
I actually wonder that it shouldn't just go inside that door right there
In the
on
theater?
the theater room.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good, yeah, okay.
Because we could conceal it with cabinets. You'd come right in that door behind that stack of wood and do your laundry.
Theater/laundry room.
Very successful.
Brainstorming session. Here. Oh, look, I already had a plug in that corner. How convenient.
It was meant to be. So imagine that we want to have a nice dinner on our patio, on our south-facing porch over here, and we want to flip on the lights, set the mood, put the candle out on the table.
Ooh.
I think the switch panel should be over there. Ding, ding. And then open up the doors. Come join me for an evening on our lovely patio near the Brambling Brook.
I can already see it now. Thinking there must be some sort of a light here.
I agree.
In the end, we tallied 22 double outlets inside, 3 outside, and 15 lights inside and 10 lights outside. Oh, and 3 fans and 1 chandelier. But this was just our first draft. And luckily, we have since visited a few friends' homes to get some better ideas and have had conversations with those we know who have built their own homes, as well as consulting the professional who will be helping us. What's important here, though, is that we got started, which is the only cure for procrastination. Oh, and here's one more little tidbit on how we keep charged up while living off-grid in our camper.
Last night it was like 41 degrees Fahrenheit. It was really cold, so I turned the heater on and it was on all night. Well, now it's still been on. And that, along with trickle charging the battery.
It's nearly been 24 hours, and the Blue Eddy's been running at almost 200 watts.
Powering up all the things.
And that is mighty impressive. There's a good look at our trickle charger. It's been running all night, just putting a solid little bit of amperature power right into this battery right there by using these clamps. Because our van sits over here in the corner of our little nook on the side of the mountain and gets the shade, it's not getting topped up from the solar panel up on the roof. So thanks to our Blue Eddy unit, we're able to keep this charged, get it topped back up, and then we won't have to rely on trickle charging it constantly. But anytime you set a camper that's not being driven, the alternator's not charging the front battery, charging the house battery, or through other means of plugging in at like a campsite all the time, this is a perfect solution. And thanks to that unit, we're back in power.
And although we can't so easily move our camper so the solar panels on its roof sit in the sun, At least we can easily set up and break down the Bluetti and its solar panels wherever our hearts and the sun desires. And they slide and tuck in nicely right behind the generator.
Onwards.
Here's to knowing that we always hold the power within to illuminate whatever it is that is tugging on our souls. Whether it's something as literal as mapping out lights and electricity, or maybe it's something hidden a bit deeper. Whatever it is, know that you are capable. We love you and can't wait to see you back here next time. Beijinhos!